What's up, guys? Episode 2, obsession, right? Now, what does that mean, right? Um, Most of you might be thinking obsession like the new movie that recently came out, where the girl's like overly obsessed with you. She wants to do everything with you. She's like in love with you. But that's besides the point. That's not what type of obsession I'm talking about. I'm talking about an obsession where you truly want something and you obsess over it day in and day out, right? There's a famous quote by Kevin Durant that says, "Hard work beats talent," right? So, or I think it's hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard, right? Something along those lines. But I feel like it's a lot better if you put, instead of hard work, you put obsession, right? Because anybody can work hard, right? I could have a day where I'm working super hard, I'm getting all these reps in, but then the next day I'm just being lazy, right? And that whole day that I spent yesterday working hard has no meaning if I don't carry it on to the next day, right? And that's what obsession is. Obsession is getting every last rep every single day. It's not being afraid to fail and keep going every single day. Like a quote that I've been seeing around, or I kind of made it, but I've also seen like parts of it, is you can't wake up every day thinking about something, going through your day thinking about something, and sleeping thinking about something, and then not doing that said thing, right? Whether this is a girl, a sport, a hobby, something of that nature, you can't think about it every day, and it doesn't happen, right? Like with the gym, if you're thinking about going to the gym every day, if you're working out, if that's all on your mind, you basically can't fail, right? Because you're so obsessed with it. It is your life, right? If you're thinking about talking to a girl, right? If you're thinking about that every day, if that's like the highlight of your day, albeit it shouldn't be, right? But it's okay. Sometimes we slip up. Sometimes we get way too rowdy about girls and stuff like that. But if you really are thinking about her every day, then you at one point you're gonna have to man up and talk to her, right? If you're thinking about basketball every day, if you're putting in the reps every single day, if you go to sleep thinking about basketball, if you wake up and go talk thinking about basketball, and if you're on the way to play basketball and you're thinking about basketball, you're obsessed, and that's a good thing, right? That shows grit, that shows character, right? And obsession is a great talent to have because obsession really it's a better form of motivation and discipline, right? I like to tell people that motivation is kind of like a battery, right? Whenever you start, you're juiced up, 100% battery, right? You feeling all this energy, right? But motivation is a feeling, right? It's not a mentality, right? You feel motivated. Motivation isn't a mindset, isn't a schema in your head, right? But discipline is knowing that every day you're gonna wake up at the same time, whether you like it or not, whether it's late or early, you're gonna wake up at the same exact time every single day, right? And I think obsession is a step beyond that. It's you're gonna wake up early every single day and you're gonna be happy about it, right? Because discipline, like I feel like I'm very disciplined about some things, but I'm not obsessed about them, right? I'm disciplined over like being very, very productive, right? But I'm not obsessed. Obsessed would be like I'm waking up and I'm being more productive every single day, right? Discipline is just I'm waking up every day being productive. It's a constant, right? Whereas obsession is exponential. It grows without bound, right? Like obsession causes you to become the best version of yourself at the quickest rate because every day you want it so much more than others. You want it so much more than other people that you're constantly finding ways to differ yourself from the mob, from the crowd. You're constantly finding ways to be better than you were yesterday, right? And I think that's truly just an amazing thing, right? You have to have an obsessive mindset, right? Because sure, right? You can be disciplined, right? Like if for example, right? Eating and cutting, right? You can be disciplined every single day. You're like, oh yeah, I've eaten 1,600 calories on the dot. On the dot. 1,600. You don't go over 1,600.1 every single day, but that's all you do, right? You're just disciplined. That's great. That's gonna work out. But I know that you and I, we have a greater purpose to fulfill. We're not okay with just being good. We wanted to be the best. So every day you're doing more cardio. You're training harder than you did the day before. You're giving it your all, right? You're doing extra steps to recover. You're going in the sauna now, right? You're not just doing 1,600 calories. You do a run, you do a jog, you get 10K steps in, you do all these things that build, 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 build. And it's not discipline anymore. It's obsession, right? And you want obsession. It's not a bad thing, right? With this whole like there's a whole like negative stigma about obsession. It's like why you're so like it's sometimes it's an insult. You're so obsessed. You're an obsessive person, right? Why are you so obsessed over this? You hear it so much, but it's not a bad thing, right? Obviously, obsession can be bad if it's drugs or if you take it at face value, the noun or sorry, the verb obsession, yeah, it's bad. Why would you ever want to obsess or anything? But obsession, as I see it, obsession in a way like further than discipline, it's one of the greatest things you can have in your life. Truly, you can't. I feel like you can't be great without obsessing over something, right? I love the example of David Goggins, right? It's not just discipline. You can see it when he speaks. He's monotone. He doesn't speak out loud. He doesn't yell. He just talks. And he has this look on his face. You can tell. He wasn't just disciplined. He lost 100 pounds in an like indubitably I couldn't have done that, right? That's not well, right, like I couldn't have done that to the extent he did because I wouldn't have a reason to, but he had the reason to. He was obsessed enough. He lost 100 pounds in like I don't know the amount of time, but it was so quick, right? And he got into the Marine Corps. He got into the Navy. He did everything he needed because he was obsessed with it, right? If you think about the definition I gave you, where obsession is where you go to sleep thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it, and you go through your day thinking about it. He was obsessed. He would wake up thinking about weight loss. He'd go to bed thinking about weight loss. During his day, what would he think about? Weight loss, right? That's where true obsession comes from. That's what obsessing over something in a healthy manner is, right? And it's okay if you don't if you feel as if you're not prepared or if you don't want to obsess, like if you don't want to make your life obsessive or go the extra mile for anything, but you do have to realize that with that comes mediocrity. With that comes being the average person. You're not going to be a top 1% human or earner or whatever you want to be. You're not going to be top 1% if you truly don't obsess over it, as well as passion, right? Because I don't if you're a basketball player, why would I expect you to obsess over sewing? It's not there. You don't have the passion for it, right? But if you truly find that one thing that you love and you go to bed thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it, you think about it during your day, you might not know it, but you're already obsessed over it, and that's already good, right? You're already thinking about it every single day, so why not just do it, right? If you're if you see this, I'm gonna do like the Gen Z portion of the video, right? If you see this bad, like she's bad, bro. Like I'm saying, like 10 out of 10, right, at a party, and then you think to yourself, like, damn, she's bad. Like, I should go talk to her. But then you get nervous. You don't have the confidence, right? Whatever it may be, and you don't talk to her ever again. If you think about her, if you think about the fumble, right? That's what they call it. If you think about the fumble the day after, and then the day of, like the day of that it happened, and you went to bed and you were thinking about it. You woke up, you were thinking about it. You thought about it for like at least a couple days. You should have done it. Because if it affected you that much to where you couldn't stop thinking about it for a couple days, you should have just done it, right? So why isn't it the same way in life? If you think about, let's say you're scrolling on TikTok at night, right? And you're doom scrolling, and then you see a bunch of motivational videos like telling you to work out. You go to bed, you're thinking like, damn, I should start working out. You wake up, you're like, damn, I should start working out. Throughout the day, you're like, damn, I should start working out. Damn, you should start working out. That's the whole point of this, right? Your brain is such a powerful machine. You just have to listen to it, right? If your brain is like if you're thinking about something for a whole day, I think 24 hours of you thinking about something means it had some sort of effect on you and it had some sort of importance on you, right? So if truly you think about something that often for that long, you're already obsessed. You just have to take it into your own hands, right? I've lost like 50 pounds in the past like 4 months, right? Since like January. It's May right now. Simply because I was obsessed over it. I would wake up thinking about how I'm gonna structure my day so I can eat less and move more. Right? Eat less, move more, eat less, move more. That was the one saying in my head. And it truly helped, right? And I've reached a leanness that compared to others, right? It wouldn't be that good. Like I don't have like a crazy 8 pack or anything. I'm just getting there, but I don't have it. But if I compare myself to who I used to be, I'm a better person, right? I'm more athletic. I'm a better basketball player now. I run better. I look better, right? I have more confidence in myself, right? If you compare yourself to other people all the time, right? You're just not your mental isn't gonna be okay. It's okay to look at someone and be like, damn, that's inspiring. It's not okay to look at someone and be like, damn, why can't I look like them? Because one, you can look like them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters if they're natural or on steroids, but if they're natty, you can do that. It doesn't even some people on steroids, right? Because sure you can take all these peptides and all these steroids, but if you're not working out with intensity, the guy that's natty will catch up one day, right? Because he's gonna be healthier, he's not gonna be burnt out, he's not gonna have any of the negative side effects. He will catch up one day. And again, it's all about consistency and obsession, right? Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit late right now, but I had to watch the Spurs game. You know, Spurs in 7 back at OKC on Saturday, right? I highly recommend y'all to watch that game. It's very good. But yeah, again, you know, the 3 things that I always like to say at the end of the video: you are loved, you are welcomed, and you matter. Okay, don't ever forget that. Have a blessed night. All right, and tune in for the next video.